Does everything really pop?
Princess Bear here. Today we're at Disney's Pop Century Resort, standing in the years that it's time to go back to.
Everything pop.
Yes, because apparently they have everything. And as your number one choice of foodie infotainment, we're here to investigate. So you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Pop goes the bear.
It's time to foodie and chill. This is literally the last place that you can get the plant-based meatloaf. And so I got the plant-based meatloaf, and as is my tradition, I got it with broccoli because I'm not about that green bean life, and neither is Bear. So I'm going to start off by trying the meatloaf by itself. We've had so many times, but it's been a minute, so let's get into it, as they say. I'm used to having was basically an impossible brick, and that's not the case with this meatloaf. It's a little more tempered down, there's more veggies. I taste some bell peppers, onions, and extras, and then the sauce is not like your normal ketchup meatloaf topping. This sauce is actually really delicious, and no sweet, and probably ketchup based. Absolutely fantastic. I will say, I have had this meatloaf at pretty much every resort where it has been offered, but this iteration is probably my favorite. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessity's item. If you are a meatloaf person and maybe you haven't had one in a while and you're craving a classic one while you're on vacation, I highly recommend getting this one because it is better than anticipated. And although I have never had meatloaf growing up as a child, I don't know, because I wasn't raised an American way. I will assume that Bear will confirm my suspicions of this being the tastiest meatloaf on Disney World property. Mind you, he's also had meatloaf the meatloaf at prime time and whatnot, so he'd probably be a better gauge than me anyway. But I think this one is fire.
Impossible meatloaf. And I know that I've said this before since we first had this meatloaf at Sasagula back when it first landed. Of all the things that vegans would want to recreate, why meatloaf? Meatloaf is the struggle meal that your parents never told you about. Meatloaf on its own is not usually made with the highest quality cut of meat. It's ground beef or a lean ground beef mixed with some sort of tomato base, be it tomato sauce or ketchup or both in some instances, sort of sweeten it up. And I suppose the ultimate test of vegan food is getting those home comfort foods. But meatloaf for me was never a comfort food, even with his beautiful voice. Meatloaf at home, well, that was dang, we must be out of food for the week. It tastes like meatloaf, even down to the super hidden but still present green peppers that so many of our parents and ancestors like to mix into it, which I utterly despise. I think my original hate for green peppers comes from having them in both meatloaf. And then for some reason in my family, as a child, one of the lazy night staples was boiled turkey legs with green peas and slices of green pepper. So you can see, if you guys have been here for a while, and see the things that I absolutely do not like. There's some trauma built in there. This does in fact taste like authentic meatloaf. It's definitely given vibes of the meatloaf that you used to be able to get, or still can get, I think, at prime time. Not as greasy and meaty, but there's nothing in that bite that's oh, this is vegan. It just tastes like meatloaf. For that alone, I'm giving it 4.25 out of 5 claws. If you really want meatloaf, vegan or not, this will serve you. If you're a vegan and you've ever been curious, this is I would say 90% of the way to what actual meatloaf tastes like.
Next is this gorgeous potato, which there is a vegan and a non-vegan one, so do be sure that you specify vegan or non-vegan. Here we specified vegan, so super dry. They did give us the mushroom gravy, and I do have pocket parm. I'll probably put pocket parm over the mushroom gravy, but you never know. Maybe I'll feel froggy, or maybe Bear will want some. Cheers. I do appreciate a skin-on potato, and then it's like garlicky. There's the right amount of pepper. I could use a little bit more salt, but that's like just my own personal preference. That's fine. I think these potatoes are actually one of the better potatoes that I've had at the value resorts, so definitely not mad at it. I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 5 potatoes. They slap. I could use some earth balance, actually, and then they'd be a 5.
Doubling down on what the princess said, definitely make sure you specify, even though it's not an allergy, that you're vegan, even at quick service. Because when we got this plate, since we like kind of like divided and conquer when we got all these plates, we got so many things, the cast member actually did ask me if I wanted this potato or the other potato, but never once mentioned that one was vegan and one wasn't. The only reason why I knew to ask this is obviously because we do so many of these, we've been here before, that I knew this was the plant-based potato. So I actually had to say, no, the vegan mashed potatoes. So do specify just so that they know. They know that it's vegan, but like when explaining it, he's just like, you want this potato or this potato with no preferencing. So you could easily get given something that's not vegan if you don't specify. Cast members will happily help you. Just speak up and advocate for yourself. Digging in. I'm also glad we got the mushroom gravy on the side because honestly, I think mushroom gravy is the most boring of gravies. Yeah, I said it. I'd rather have an onion gravy, vegetable, like bouillon gravy. Mushroom gravy is at best. Honestly, it's more decent than I was expecting. It's basically like olive oil mashed potatoes, but they didn't go overboard with the olive oil, which is what I feel like a lot of them do, so it's still like very thick. Skin on potatoes, lightly salted, like salt-based style. That's actually tastier than it probably deserves. 3.5 out of 5 flaws.
And so we get the broccoli instead of the green beans every single time. I guess I'm not even gonna cut this, I'm just gonna eat this. I do have pocket parm, and I will put pocket parm after we review this, but Bear is vehemently against me doing it now, even though we reviewed this like a billion times before. But broccoli over green beans every day of the week. If you do not want green beans or you're not feeling it or whatever, there are other options. Do not force yourself to whatever it says on the menu because any of the sides are interchangeable at any of the value, moderate, or quick service resorts. I think I just said value, moderate, or quick service when I meant value, moderate, or deluxe. But all quick service places allow you to switch out the sides. So that was really my point. English is not my first language, I apologize. But yes, the broccoli is broccoliing. It is tasty. I prefer it over the green beans, so I'm always going to get it over the green beans. And I think Bear will enjoy it too. I actually think it'll taste better with pocket parm, or at least like eating the mashed potatoes with it. I almost feel like you need to get 2 mashed potatoes and then the side of the broccoli to just make it like all even out. I would give this a 3 out of 5 broccolis. It's broccoli.
On broccoli, on broccoli, on broccoli. Now, the princess said we could have gotten any vegetable. There was also the option of a broccoli, carrot, like red, orange pepper sort of medley that you get with like a sesame chicken. The cast members, almost. The cast members do not care. They're just serving you a side. They're going to ring it up the same. All they care is you got the side you're paying for. Whether or not it's broccoli or the green beans, get what you want. It's your dinner. You're on vacation. I don't care if you're at a value resort. You deserve to be treated. When it comes to my vegetables, I am in fact boring. Like my broccoli is one of my favorite vegetables, plain. I don't like cheese on it. I don't need butter on it. Maybe lightly salted and peppered like during the cook. But I don't need anything additional to enjoy the veggies that I love. And for the veggies I hate, I don't want you anyway. So like, give me broccoli or give me death. 3.5 out of 5 claws. If you're craving some sort of Far East fix, when you're here at Pop Century, they're popping out with their sesame chicken. You have nice big chunks of breaded chicken with the sesame sauce. You do have sesame seeds. The sesame seeds are optional. You can get them or not get them. Some nice white rice, and then they like broccoli, orange pepper, onion. Looks like maybe some cauliflower in here, medley to go along with it. I want to try the chicken by itself first. It looks nice and sauced, stickiest of the icky. Give it a shot. Is this going to be better than a Chinese food place stuffed in a Publix parking lot? Probably not. But if you got a craving, by all means, go for it. I'll admit, I was expecting the quality of that chicken and the breading to be more garbage than food at Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe. However, the chicken is actually rather juicy, and like it's not like processed chicken, it's like chicken. And then the breading is actually like well seasoned and well sauced, not like overly sauced, but just enough to like coat it and make it sticky. Honestly, it's probably better than sesame chicken I've had at your random, China Lee, China Walk, Walk and Roll. All variations of the same name you've had in like a grocery store parking lot. Should I be coming to Disney for my Chinese food? Probably not.
No.
But we're close, so they get a pass. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 claws. Now I'm going to dive in. I'm going to get a full bite. I'm going to get some rice. I'm going to dive in for some veggies, because if you want to grow up big and strong like Bear, actually better than me, eat your veggies, kids. Adults, that means you too set a good example. This is coming from your Uncle Bear. Strong flavor. Unlike the sesame oil mix they use to stir fry the veggies in there. So do be prepared for that taste. If you do get the veggies that come with the sesame, again, if you want a different veggie like the broccolini or even the green beans with this, you can ask for that. They'll give it to you. They literally don't care. I don't feel like the veggies really improve the dish. I'm not usually a huge fan of like heavy sesame oil stir-fried veggies, but the rice is cooked to a decent execution. It's not like Persian or like Morimoto level rice, but it's passable. It is. I'm not failing it. I'm giving the whole thing a 3.5 out of 5 claws.
This burger is really the real reason why we came here today. I know that like we love to show you guys new food, but then sometimes we just crave food that we try. I guess I could say that about Jiku too, because I crave that all the time. But this burger specifically has made me go to Planties on days when we are not filming, because I'm craving this burger specifically. I actually got seconds on the plant sauce, and thankfully Chef was super cool. I'm going to dip this bite in the plant sauce, because you guys, I am obsessed with this plant sauce. I want it in everything. Cheers to the most delicious vegan sauce I have had in like 5 years out of the 7 reviewing at Disney. I think I appreciate the fact that I have had Planties in the last 5 days before reviewing this, because then I can safely say that this is better than Planties. I don't know. Some of you may not be longtime subscribers, and if you're not, welcome. We appreciate you. We love you. Welcome to our family, Foodie Fam. I'm from California originally. I'm a SoCal girl. Laguna Beach is where I was raised. Not the reality show.
You were raised, you didn't hatch?
Anyway, I loved In-N-Out. I never had beef. I've never had a burger, like a real burger in my life. But when I would do fast food, which I wasn't able to do until I was 16, I went to In-N-Out and I had their grilled cheese, and like it was a life-altering experience having In-N-Out grilled cheese. And I have to say, with all safety, that this burger is like at that same level of like 16-year-old me trying like a burger for the first time, even though there was no patty, and getting something that just like sent me to another level like this burger does, is the reason why I begged Bear to come here this week, even though like we've already reviewed it. We reviewed this burger 2 months ago, but I've literally been talking about it every single week since those 2 months ago. So we just had to come back. I'm sorry, you guys. It's a little bit of joy that I need after a long work day. And if you guys have ever had a stressful work day, you know what it feels like. So, though I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, and I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess Cities item. Get the extra plant sauce because this could be an IV.
Yes. And yes, the princess has been hounding me relentless. I think just in the last 7 days, she's brought up Pop Century and this hamburger at least 6 times. As far as like an option of something we were to do, we spent a lot of time like researching Disney menus, trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. What's gonna be the most interest of you guys given like the time. We try to do menu stuff when it pops up, but honestly, even though things do change here a lot, there isn't a new menu every single week. And even if there is, doesn't mean we're going to have a new menu to satisfy a 5-day-a-week schedule. So sometimes it's like, well, what haven't we reviewed in a year? What will people be going to most? And honestly, sometimes it's just like, what do we like? And that's one of those things. So you have this nice Impossible burger. You got a plant-based cheese on there, a little bit of lettuce and tomato, and some big pickle business at the bottom, as any good burger should. Go ahead and do it princess style and like envelop it in the plant sauce, which is an analog for the In-N-Out sauce, if you will. It is given like a poor man's Big Mac Thousand Island dressing, Mac sauce, which is basically just McDonald's own mixture of Thousand Island. But it does to me taste more like In-N-Out than it does like Mac sauce. It's delicious. It's a sort of like burger aioli, if you will. A little tang to it. Not just straight mayo, which I appreciate. The burger is cooked well. The bun's nice and like springy. A little spring in its step. Lettuce is good. Tomato is good. The pickle is even good. It's hitting all the things right, even with a little bit of extra in the plant sauce. That elevates what would be a basic Impossible burger to new heights. This is easily one of the best plant-based burgers I've had on property since the days of like the Black Bean Burger at Hollywood Studios, or like the
2014
the Smash Burger at Steakhouse 71, or I'm forgetting one. I'm gonna feel bad about this later. Was it the one at Geyser? No, Hob. Hob is in that. Their double stack Impossible Burger is still one of the House of Blues. Their double stack Impossible Burger is still one of the best on property, even today. And Impossible's back there. It's not legendary anymore. It is back to Impossible. I would give this 4.25 out of 5 claws. Pop Century is popping off with a little bit of hidden gems. Hidden gems in the YouTuber phrase, but hidden as in like you can walk in here and order anytime you want. Level hidden, but nobody stays at Pop, so... Or they don't eat here, anyway. People stay here, but like... There aren't many of you, unless you're foodies like us, that are going to travel here specifically for this. But if you have a resort day and you're on the Skyliner line, honestly, I don't see why you shouldn't. Really nice grilled chicken sandwich, the way that I prefer them. I will take grilled chicken over fried chicken day of the week with that Disney surplus of arugula, a little bit of mayo, and this big, huge piece of like a caprese cheese on a bun. Now, my bun looks terrible compared to the Princess's Burger. This thing looks like it was compressed and smashed and everything under the sun. Now, they put the chicken on here wet, So the chicken got kind of like soaked right through the bun and made it a little disappointing looking. Like you look at that compared to like the cross section of the Princess Burger, and this looks rather terrible. Rather terrible. But we don't judge things about how they look here. We judge them by the flavor. For how much juice was on this plate, that chicken has no reason to be Eastern California level dry. Like, that tastes like a chicken that was cooked, juicy, but then left to sit under a heat lamp for some hours. Because it is just not dry. Even with the help of like the moist cheese, it's just not a vibe. Like, it's flavorful on top. The second you bite into it, it quickly turns to like sand in your mouth. And that is not enjoyable.
They cooked it to order.
Did they?
Yes, they cooked it to order.
Did they cook it to order, or did they cook it and then warm it on the grill afterwards?
I watched them cook it to order.
Well, that's god awful. You cooked that? I'm gonna need you to re-examine the cooking of your chicken, like immediately. 2 out of 5 claws, and that's being nice. The cheese is probably the only reason why I get to 2. The bun is terrible. The chicken is dry. Honestly, it should probably be a 1.
Ain't no party like a plant sauce party because the plant sauce party don't stop. And how sexy this plant sauce is. Like literally, get this plant sauce and put it on everything. Make it your bestie. I have mustard, I have barbecue sauce, I have everything in the world. But nothing is better than this plant sauce. The fries on their own are 2.5 out of 5 fry. They're your typical Disney shoestring fry, but with the plant sauce, I gotta give her a 5 out of 5. This is the girl I will wait by the phone for.
When I say this, I'm speaking specifically to my they, thems, and my girlies out there. Take this as you will, as an analog. No amount of sauce is going to make an average French fry good. And you understand that I'm not talking about French fries. Say it again with me. No amount of sauce is going to make an average French fry good. Don't settle. You're all queens and you deserve better. Or supreme overlords, if queens is not the terminology you prefer. Go ahead and dip these shoestring fries in the sauce. It's enjoyable. It's good to hang out with, but I wouldn't take it home to meet my family, you know? I would give them 3.5 out of 5 claws, even with the sauce.
This is the vegan, gluten-free lemon cookie bar. And I really wish that they had like some Dole Whip or something to go with this. Maybe they should have this at Pineapple Lanai. It smells very like doughy, like a Mickey waffle almost. Oh, that's so bad. Oh my gosh. I love lemon all the things. I love lemon bars. I love lemon meringue. I love lemon cookies. This is giving lemon bar, but like the lemon is gone bad. And the meringue, she never came. And like, no. I would rather eat just like straight cookie dough. This is terrible. This is a 1 out of 5 lemons, and I love lemon everything, and like I would not take another bite of this. I actually feel bad for Bear, who does not like lemon. If he eats like this whole Mickey ear, he'll probably puke. So I hope he takes like a small sample because this is terrible.
I'm gonna heed the princess's warning because I was already not looking forward to this when I saw what this thing was called, but we tried these things so you don't have to. So I keep telling myself. It's like if Pine Sol or like Lemon Pledge was a cookie. Like greasy, lemony scent that just hangs in your mouth. It's like what I imagine Play-Doh tasted like as a child. That's about the consistency. And the flavor actually isn't much different than I imagine Play-Doh actually tastes like. You can skip this. It's optional. It's probably the best part about it. 0.5, 0.5 out of 5 claws. It exists, but it shouldn't. I guess everything at Pop ain't popping.
Everything at Pop is popping, in my opinion.
I mean, are you saying it about that lemon cookie? I'm not saying it about the chicken. The things that pop do pop, but not everything pops.
I'm just gonna say that about the burger, which is like a classic comfort food. So if you want classic comfort food, it pops.
So
right? Like the meatloaf, it pops, right?
The actual better name is some things pop, but not everything.
Everything period pops, right? Because it's like period piece.
I suppose.
Like,
have we gotten so old that the 90s is period piece now?
well, yes. But then also, like, meatloaf is giving me, like, Carousel of Progress, you know? Meatloaf is old.
See, this is why we have you guys. We need you to settle this argument.
Please wait.
In the comments below.
Yes.
Comment if you think this is popping or it's just popping in the wrong direction.
Is an old poppin'? Is a Centurion poppin'? Is it
and please don't answer is the
90s
90s a period piece thing, because I'll crash out of this.
Do it.
But we always want to know what you guys think in the comments below. If there's anything else we can do, anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments are always going to be a place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos, 5 pops a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday.
We will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, well, maybe Bear will just end up with Betty Davis eyes. And then what will JoJo Siwa do?
Everything I've learned about JoJo Siwa has been 100% against my will. But you heard the girl.